Good morning, students. So, yesterday I gave you the introduction of your chapter. I hope you all must have read the chapter, right? You all must have marked the difficult words also. I want all of you to mark the difficult words, bete, and you can ask that difficult words to me on the personal number, or you can take help of dictionary also to in finding the difficult words, right, in finding the meaning of difficult words, or you can ask me also, right. Now yesterday I told you that again I will be forwarding video for explanation of chapter. So here I am having a PDF of the chapter of your this A Truly Beautiful Mind, and I will be reading the chapter and I will be explaining you the chapter side by side. Okay. Now first para says Albert Einstein was born on 14 March 1879 in the German city of Ulm, without any indication that he was destined for greatness. On the contrary, his mother thought Albert was a freak. To her, his head seemed too large. Now, in the first paragraph, he is saying that he was born on 14 March and in the city of Ulm in Germany, and he says that it was not written anywhere that he is a great person when he was born, right. Rather, his mother thought that he is a freak because his head was too large, right. Now moving further, para 2. At the age of 2.5, Einstein still wasn't talking. He was finally did learn to speak. He uttered everything twice. Einstein did not know what to do with other children. His playmates called him Brother Boring. So the youngster played himself much of the time. He especially loved mechanical toys. Looking at his newborn sister Maza, he is said to have said, "Fine, but where are her wheels?" Now, in the next paragraph, it is stated that usually the newborn babies, the infants, they start talking at the age of 1.5 or 2, right. Now he has very late speaking skills, means at 2.5 also he is not able to speak clearly, and when he had his speaking skills, he used to utter the word twice, right. And when he see his sister Maza, also the newborn sister Maza, he used to like mechanical toys very much from the beginning, only from the childhood. So he used to ask that means how she will be walking. She used to ask that how she will be walking, how she will be moving, where are the wheels, right. So like this he used to ask several questions from the parents. Now in the next third paragraph, if you see, a headmaster once told his father that what Einstein chose as a profession would not matter because he will never make a success at anything. Einstein began learning to play the violin at the age of 6 because his mother wanted to. He later became a gifted amateur violinist, maintaining this skill throughout his life. But Albert Einstein was not a bad pupil. He went to high school in Munich, where Einstein's family had moved when he was 15 months old, and scored good marks in almost every subject. Einstein hated the school's regimentation and often clashed with his teachers. At the age of 15, Einstein felt so stifled that he left the school for good. Means now they are telling that in when Einstein was young, it was his teachers also that once they stated that Einstein not gonna do anything in the life, because whatever profession he will be choosing, he will not be means he will not get succeed. He will not get success in that. He will not be succeeding, right. So I want to tell you that, see, these few great people also used to have this type of comment in their childhood, right? So no one is born perfectionist, right? So these great people also have faced the criticism somewhere or the other, right? And then it is they are telling that Albert Einstein is not a good is not a bad pupil. He scored good marks. He went to the high school in Munich when his family shifted there at the when he was 5 months old, and he was good. He scored good marks in every almost every subject, and but he did not like the regimentation, means he did not like that fixed area, that fixed timetable, then that fixed teaching method of teachers. No, he don't used to like that. So he better felt to quit from the school for good. Now moving further, if you see the paragraph number 5, the previous year Albert's parents have moved to Milan and left their son with relatives. After prolonged discussion, Einstein got his wish to continue his education in German-speaking Switzerland, in a city which was more liberal than Munich. Now after that he decided that he want a liberal, means he want a freedom, he want a free environment to for his further studies. So he asked his parents that he want to continue his further studies in German speaking. So he went to Switzerland, where the what you can say, the criteria or the regiment is more free, right, more liberal than it is in Munich. Mean there were no strict rules or something like that he has to face like he has faced in Munich. Now moving further we have next your this paragraph number 6. Einstein was highly gifted in mathematics and interested in physics, and after finishing school he decided to study at a university of Zurich. But science wasn't the only thing that appealed to the dashing young man with the walrus mustaches. Now there he, in this paragraph, he has given the they have given the likings of the person also, that it is means it he was gifted with mathematics and physics, means he is very interested in mathematics and physics, and plus he decided to study at the University of Zurich, right? And there they have given a small description of the face also, that a dashing man with a walrus mustaches, right? So this is to be noted. His description is given here, of little face description. And moving further to your paragraph number 7, he also felt a special interest in a fellow student, Mileva Merrick, whom he found to be a clever creature. Means he used to call Mileva Merrick as a clever creature. This young Serb had come to Switzerland because the university in Zurich was one of the few in Europe where women could get degrees. Now they have given the socio-political situation also here, that at that time in Europe there are few universities which used to give women's degree to the women's. So in Switzerland there is a University of Zurich which used to give the degrees to women's also at that time. Okay, so that's why Mileva Merrick, she had came to Zurich University. Okay, now moving further, Einstein saw in her an ally against the Philistines, those people in his family and at the university with whom he was constantly at odds. The couple fell in love. Letters survive in which they put their affection into words, mixing science with tenderness. Wrote Einstein, "How happy and proud I shall be when we both have brought our work on relativity to a victorious conclusion." Now it is given there that their letters also, they have the talkings about their work only, their science only. So their love letters are also a combination, a mixing of a science and their affections and their emotions, right? So this is to be underlined. These words, wrote Einstein, how happy and proud I shall be. So this is to be underlined. This is a note written in his letter, right? So this is to be underlined. Now next paragraph. In 1900, at the age of 21, Albert Einstein was a university graduate and unemployed. He worked as a teaching assistant, gave private lessons, and finally secured a job in 1902 as a technical expert in the patent office in Bern. While he was supposed to be assessing other people's inventions, Einstein was actually developing his own ideas in secret. He is said to have jokingly called the desk drawer at the work Bureau of Theoretical Physics. Now this paragraph is really very important. This underline or mark this paragraph bete. This paragraph tells that at what age, what was his struggle, means when he grows up and when he was a graduate, he was still unemployed. Can you imagine? A great scientist, Albert Einstein, he was unemployed once, right? So this paragraph is very important. It tells about the life, the problems faced by Albert Einstein. Now in this, he told that he has no job, so he worked as assistant teacher also. He gave private lessons also, and then finally in 1902 he got the job of technical expert, right? And later when he was when other peoples are working on the their inventions and all, he was also silently working on his ideas. And there was a desk in his office which was actually called, means he had named his desk, which is actually called Bureau of Theoretical Physics. So underline this. This question can be asked to you. This is a very important question, and this whole paragraph is also bete very important, right? इससे पहले जो मैंने ऊपर आपको paragraph बताया था, that is important for his family life, that he met how and where he met Mileva Merrick, and then they both fell into love and they got married or like that. So that was the his personal life related this paragraph. And this paragraph 8 is related for his works, what problems he faced and at what age, right? So both the paragraphs are important. Now moving on to the next paragraph, that is paragraph number 9. One of the famous paper of 1905 was Einstein's special theory of relativity, according to which time and distance are not absolute. Indeed, two perfectly accurate clocks will not continue to show the same time if they come together again after a journey, if one of them has been moving very fast relative to the other. From this followed the world's most famous formula which describes the relationship between the mass and energy. Now you all are in class 9th and you all must have read or know about the formula of relativity, that E is equals to mc square. Now this is the relationship between the energy and mass, which is a very big invention of that time by Albert Einstein. Relativity formula, we can say relativity reaction, we also say it. So this is the very very important invention by Albert Einstein, which is given to you in this chapter. So this is also very important, underline this also bete. Now moving further to your this chapter paragraph 10. Sorry, the PDF has gone, wait. So your paragraph 10. While Einstein was solving the most difficult problems in physics, his private life was unrevealing. Albert had wanted to marry Mileva right after finishing his studies, but his mother was against it. She thought Mileva, who was 3 years older than her son, was too old for him. She was also bothered by Mileva's intelligence. She is a book like you, his mother said. Einstein put the wedding off. Now again it is a personal relationship description given here, that he wanted to marry Mileva, but the mother of Einstein, Albert Einstein, she is against it, and she thinks that Mileva is older. She is 3 years older than Albert Einstein, so mother thinks that Mileva बहुत बड़ी है एज में, और प्लस वो उन्हें लगता था कि वो एल्बर्ट आइंस्टाइन से कुछ ज़्यादा ही क्लेवर और ज़्यादा इंटेलिजेंट भी हैं. सो उनकी मदर ने एक कमेंट भी किया मिलेवा के लिए, which was given in your book, that she is a book like you. So underline this line also. This is a comment on Mileva by Albert Einstein's mother. So this is also important. This also can be asked, bete, right? So now if I tell you, where is the line? It is here. This Mileva, she is a book like you, right? So this is one thing which you have to underline. Okay. Now coming to next paragraph, and because of this Albert Einstein, he put the marriage off, means he denied for the marriage. The pair finally married in January 1903 and had 2 sons. और फिर finally January 1903 में they got married and they had 2 sons. Now but a few years later the marriage faltered, means the marriage was not successful, it was winded up. Mileva meanwhile was losing her intellectual ambition and becoming an unhappy housewife. After years of constant fighting, the couple finally divorced in 1919. Einstein married his cousin Elsa the same year, and after this when their marriage was not successful, Einstein that same year only he married his cousin Elsa. Okay, now further chapter I will be explaining in you next video, bete, because then it will be too large, the video will be too large, right? So further I will be from paragraph 12 I will be explaining in your further video.